Hey folks, Average Joe Chris here. Um, Today I am on Cole Harbor Parks and Trails area, just off Bissett Road in Cole Harbor. Just doing an easy hike today with some content. My sidekick Cooper's not with me today. We did a pretty strenuous hike yesterday in the Blue Mountain Birch Cove Wilderness area, and he's not a young boy anymore, so he's going to take a rest day today. Today's episode, I want to talk about food. When I started this journey of health and fitness, there's two things I realized that we're going to have to change fairly dramatically. One being my activity level and exercise, which in and of itself is challenging. But more challenging for me anyway was going to be food. I had to reassess and completely change my relationship with food. I treated food like an Olympic sport. I ate a lot. I ate often. I snacked. I didn't eat to sustain myself. For me, it was an emotional crutch. Ate out of boredom. If I was feeling down, I ate. If I was anxious, I ate. If I was stressed, I ate. So I had to completely change my relationship with food. I didn't eat the best of food. I ate quite horribly, actually. So after reevaluating that, talking to my doctor, I realized following fairly closely the keto diet was going to probably work for me. I was definitely going to try it. High protein, lots of vegetables, restrict sugar intake as much as possible. I switched to stevia, and severely restrict carbs, and even changing the time of day that I eat my carbs, so that if I eat my carbs early in the morning, I have all day long to burn them off. That brings me to another thing about food. I realized that many of us are kind of culturally conditioned to eat a certain way. Brought up in school, we were taught, and at home, we were taught 3 meals a day: breakfast in the morning, lunch in the afternoon, and then usually a big supper, communal supper, where everybody got together, had one of the biggest meals of the day, talked about their day. But it was at the end of the day when you have less opportunity to burn those calories off. So you consume a pile of calories, maybe sit around, watch some TV, hang out, do whatever, and then go to bed. Those calories haven't been burned. They're going to get stored. They're converting to sugars, and around we go. So I'm cognizant of that. I don't count calories. But I am aware that the calories I'm consuming have to be the same or less than the calories I'm burning. Otherwise, I'm going to start to slide. And I did struggle the past couple of weeks. And when I got on the scale late last week, I noticed that I was up to 207. Now, I don't control myself by the scale. That's just one of the tools that I use to gauge how I'm doing. But when I saw 207, that bothered me. So it made me reevaluate and reassess and hold myself accountable. And I realized that I did overeat this week and the last week. Treated myself to a couple of ice cream cones, ate chocolate, snacked a lot. I would come home, wait for supper, have a snack, have my supper, But a half an hour after supper was finished, I'd have another snack. I wasn't hungry, I was bored. Yeah, anyway, so I'm holding myself accountable. The other thing I really did that I think helps a lot is I've increased my water intake daily. I've increased my fiber intake. The good thing about fiber is it helps nullify any carbs that you do eat. And you do need some carbs, preferably complex carbs. Your brain needs that. Your body needs that to process everything else. So they're important, but we tend to go overboard with carbs. I know growing up, there wasn't a lot of money to go around. So when the meal was done and you're still hungry, what did mom and dad tell you to do? Eat some bread, have some more potatoes. All those starches, right? Again, conditioning. The food thing, all of it is all about changing habits or replacing bad habits with good habits. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a professional, but I'm just sharing what seems to be working for me so far. Anyway, have a good one, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao. These are actually quite nice trails, close to home. Nice and easy, well groomed, well marked. Got some lovely views. Little brook here. Nice spot. Used to be old farms at one time. Back up on the main road, you can still see the old horse cemetery where the horses would get buried after they passed. White picket fence and crosses around the area. Kind of cool. A few years ago, well, probably many years ago now, 15 maybe, working for a demolition company, we demolished the old Bissett Road Rehab Center, and right across the street was the old former Red Barn that was very familiar to everybody. Had a little fire there, so we were hired, since we were right across the road, to finish tearing it down. Unfortunately, it's not there anymore. It used to be a bit of a landmark, but anyway, nice little spot here. Highly recommend. It's an easy hike. You can make it as short or as long as you like, with all the various loops and side trails. Anyway, that's it for that. Okay, one of my reasons for hiking: I cannot pass a bush with fresh wild berries. My blackberries are my favorite, Cooper's too, but I mean, come on, fresh blueberries in the wild? Oh, awesome. For those with misophonia like myself, pardon the eating sounds. Quite the nice little spot. I don't think I've ever been to this part of the trail before, but happy to stumble across it. Gorgeous. Unfortunately, I startled a blue heron that was in the bay here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I found my heron. Or crane, whatever he is. Up there on that point. So, the biggest reminder I'm giving myself to take away from this week's learnings is to hold myself accountable. It's okay. It's okay to stumble and make a mistake. That's what makes us human. We learn from that. I will make a million excuses of why I'm about to eat what I'm about to eat, why I've eaten what I've just eaten, and what I'm about to eat. It's human nature. The lies we tell ourselves are the greatest lies ever told. So it's okay. Stumble. Just remember to get back up. Don't spiral into that little quagmire. And the next moment is your next new moment, and start from there. One little stumble isn't a fail. It's just a little blip. It's all the moments after that that count. So I'm going to sign out. Hopefully I'll see you maybe next week. I don't know how soon I'm going to do the next content, but that's what I have for this week. Have a good one, and thanks for checking in.